Hi there Virgo, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for October. The month begins with the Sun and your ruler Mercury combined in your second solar house in the sign of Libra. This can be about earthy things, it can be about everyday finances, managing our budget. It can also be about our values, but because Mercury is tracking backwards through to the 9th, it is true that you may be chasing something that's owed to you, and there could be an element of frustration, but keep the faith. Mercury is actually forging an excellent alliance with Saturn, the planet of structure, in the first 2 weeks of this month, and as long as you show your natural precision to really grapple with the details of things, I do feel that you could squeeze a little bit more value from your home budget and save some more money. However, there is another big influence this month because Mars and Jupiter are both in your sign. Mars in the first solar house gives us a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of instinct just to go for it and not to analyse things too much. It's a very Aries type of influence, if you like. But Mars is in an opposition with Neptune in the first 2 weeks too, and this can distort reality. And when it comes to your romantic aims, you could find yourself, because Mars is very much about desire, pulled towards or getting caught up in an attraction with someone who may seem to be very, very alluring, but whether they'd be right for you or not, well, time will only tell. But don't be too impulsive. Also, around any kind of general communications, I think it's important to really check the small print, because someone may tell you something that simply isn't true. If you like, Mars in opposition with Neptune is like a thief's charter, and people perhaps more inclined to be a bit dishonest probably have this kind of aspect in their natal horoscopes, so do proceed with caution. But the 9th is a very important day this month, because Mercury then goes forwards, and it could coincide with suddenly some money coming to you that you've been really battling and trying to get that's been owed. But also Venus moves out of the 12th solar house of your situation, where she's been since the 5th of June, and moves into your sign. Now, it's probably been a fascinating period in the interim, because Venus in the 12th house can see us very much attuned to people from our past. It could be that you've just been working your way through some debris, emotional hangovers from past relationships, or perhaps there has been a breakup during that period of time. It's helped you to think much more seriously and sincerely about what you want from your closest ties. But now it moves into your own sign, your charisma factor shoots up 1,000%. You're going to be sending out some very exciting vibes, and more than one person, if you're single, could be heading in your direction in the weeks to come. But it's good news that you can draw a line in the sand under the more introspective phase that Venus has been going through. However, the Sun does also change in its relationship with Uranus, and on the 9th, for 2 weeks, it's going to be in opposition with Uranus. So when it comes to your financial decisions, you could become a little bit more impulsive. Be conscious of this, because from the 10th through to the 28th, Mars and Jupiter get it together in a conjunction. When it comes to self-confidence and action, and just living in the moment, and being much less tremulous, and just having a lot more courage, this is just as good as it can get. In fact, if there is someone you really fancy, you may find yourself being much more direct than you've ever been before. But if you're an action-orientated Virgo, and you're keen to do something different and exciting, which really challenges you, new experiences and new frontiers can open up in this month for you, ones which really can be very stimulating. But Venus is going to go into opposition with Neptune too in week 3. And the unreality that Neptune brings to the piece is something you need to be conscious of here too. This is probably an aspect of true love. If you're lucky enough to meet someone who wants true love and you want true love with them, it's mutual, then it really can be incredible and could lead to a lifetime relationship. But very often it leads to almost a feeling of being in love with the concept of love, and you could project this need onto someone you encounter who's not worthy of your affections. Go careful. However, in week 4, Venus is then combining with Jupiter itself, and this can be truly very special. You may not be wanting to do the practical, worthy things that you're known for. Having a good time, relaxing, being playful, being spontaneous is going to be much more up your street, but your social life can really take on a new dimension at this time. Not least on the 24th, when the Sun, moves into Scorpio. This is going to increase the pace of life. On the 27th, there's also a full moon. This could trigger a travel plan or engagement with people in an overseas culture. You may find yourself much more actively interested in higher education, but balancing what you want in the here and now with the future may be something that changes your status quo, and someone around you may struggle with that. So this can be a hugely exciting month. I think you're going to inject your world with a new beginning of some kind, or rejuvenate an existing strand or relationship which is very important to you, and find that you're much more enthusiastic about it than you have been for a very long time. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.